halls where laughter used to play. I search for shadows of you drifting far away. Room 2-4 where our dreams took flight, but now the echoes fade into the night. Your smile, a fleeting glimpse of light, now just a memory lost from my sight. Waving goodbye beneath the moon's gentle glow, I never knew the weight that you had to forgo. You carried your burdens hidden from view. Oh Kirika, my heart aches, I long to know you. Sing for me farewell, that sweet sound of past days. Always remember me in this life of love, beloved in my heart. Oh happy you, my soul sings slowly. Where did you go, my fragile dream? A high school crush, now just a silent scream. Perched on a beam, gazing at the skyline, a victim of fate, teetering on the line. The glowing red backdrop, the ocean of sharks. You clutch the locket where hope leaves its marks. Why don't I feel sorrow for what I've done? Your words hang heavy, like fog, they weigh a ton. Even in the crowd I felt so alone. Your pain mirrored mine, it cut to the bone. Adopted from chaos, lost in the fray. Battling demons, I found my way. Sing for me farewell, that sweet sound of past days. Always remember me in this life of love, beloved in my heart. Oh happy you, my soul sings slowly. Where did you go, my fragile dream? A high school crush, now just a silent scream. In that heart-wrenching picture, your innocence glows. A father's warm eyes, a love that still flows. Your mother beside you in light purple grace. A fleeting joy captured, now lost without trace. As the night deepens, you wave your goodbye to friends unaware of the storm in your sky. Sing for me farewell, that sweet sound of past days. Always remember me in this life of love, beloved in my heart. Oh happy you, my soul sings slowly. Where did you go, my fragile dream? A high school crush, now just a silent scream. You know what I do, and the truth we can't bear. A fragile bond forged in trauma and despair. I walk these halls with a heart full of ache. Each step reminds me of the bond we can't make. Oh Kirika, you're gone, but you'll never fade away. In the whispers of goodbye, I hold back my tears. Forever you'll stay.
Today, I wish to unravel the intricate tapestry woven in the first episode of the Japanese anime, Noir, titled The Maidens with Black Hands. This episode is not merely a prelude, it is a masterful overture that resonates with the weight of its characters and the shadows of their destinies. It deftly lays the foundation of a narrative that dances on the precipice of darkness, beckoning us toward a world of cold-hearted assassins, yet it offers a flicker of warmth through a sympathetic character, the enigmatic Mariel. As I watched, I felt the chill of the atmosphere. The creators have artfully crafted a somber ambience that hints at the desolation to come. This episode serves as an appetizer, a tantalizing taste of the profound melancholy that will permeate the series, a feast of emotion, rich and deep, tempered by moments of levity that remind us of the fragility of life. Yet, amid this darkness, one cannot help but notice the absence of overt morality. The series does not bind itself to the constraints of right and wrong. Perhaps, in this narrative of shadows, such rigidity is a luxury that the storytellers eschew. From the very first notes of the haunting guitar and accordion, we are transported to the streets of Paris, a city that breathes life into the narrative. Here, Mariel, laden with groceries and a towering baguette, becomes an emblem of the ordinary against the extraordinary backdrop of her existence as an assassin. The yellow moped she rides, a curious choice for one who must navigate both the shadows of her profession and the light of everyday life, invites us to ponder the quirks that define us. Just as Spike Spiegel's hangover remedy and Naruto's obsession with ramen give depth to their characters, Mariel's oddities serve as a bridge between her lethal vocation and her humanity. Mariel's apartment, a sanctuary adorned with a billiard table, invites us into her world, a space where the mundane intertwines with the cinematic. Each billiard ball, a vibrant splash of color, juxtaposes against the dullness of her laptop, creating a visual metaphor for the life she leads. The pool table, with its myriad holes, becomes a poignant symbol of her existence. It reflects the precariousness of life itself. The 8-ball, steeped in duality, embodies both death and vitality, mirroring Mariel's own journey as she navigates the treacherous waters of her past and present. When she receives an email bearing the image of Yumura Kurika, a figure of innocence with her bushy black hair and gemstone-like red eyes, the narrative pivots, suggesting a pilgrimage into the depths of memory. The phrase, "make a pilgrimage to the past with me," lingers in the air, a haunting invitation that beckons Mariel toward a destiny entwined with Kurika's. This moment is artfully executed, a blend of contemporary realities and the eerie allure of the unknown, capturing the zeitgeist of the early 2000s, when the internet was a wild frontier teeming with conspiracy and deceit. As the melody that disturbs Mariel plays, a dissonance that slices through the silence, we witness her world shift. The Dutch angle captures her vulnerability, a visual testament to the turmoil that brews within her. The blinding light that floods her space mirrors the impending transformations, signaling that her journey, alongside Kurika, is about to unfurl, a journey devoid of escape, ensnared in the web of fate. In this opening episode, Noir establishes a rich tapestry of emotion and intrigue, inviting us to explore the depths of its characters and the darkness that envelopes them. It is a poignant reminder that within the shadows, there exists a humanity that yearns to connect, to understand, and ultimately, to survive. In the subsequent scenes, Noir deftly intertwines character depth with its cinematic storytelling, creating a tapestry rich in emotion and complexity. The moment Kurika kills someone, captured through a haunting Dutch angle, becomes one of the most memorable shots of the series. This angle not only accentuates the shock of the act but also symbolizes Mariel's disorientation as she grapples with the revelation of Kurika's true nature, a stark contrast to the innocent high school girl she initially appears to be. The juxtaposition of Kurika's lethal prowess and her youthful vulnerability creates a multifaceted character whose psychology is aptly described as a disturbing enigma. I bring this up because the only time you see Dutch angles used in this first episode is when Mariel is listening to the melody on her laptop from that email, and then during the scene of Kurika killing someone. So it is very important for filmmakers to be very selective of when they use a certain shot, because when you choose specific moments for shots, it can become something for the audience to connect parallels and themes. The aesthetic choices made during the scene where Mariel hears the melody on her laptop are evocative of the emotional turmoil that resides within her. The glowing white light flooding the space parallels the oppressive atmosphere of Sadaffi Brothers' Heaven Knows What, where the characters are ensnared in cycles of addiction and despair. Here, the light transforms into a metaphor for Mariel's own entrapment in the hellscape of her assassin life, suggesting a struggle against the ghosts of her past that haunt her every decision. The cinematography does not merely serve to tell a story, it embodies the psychological weight carried by its characters. The introduction of Kurika, waving goodbye to her friends at school, is underscored by Yuki Kajura's Canto per Me, a piece that masterfully combines sadness with an undercurrent of hope and energy. The lyrics, interpreted as a final farewell, evoke a bittersweet sense of nostalgia, echoing themes of mortality and connection. This duality, energetic yet melancholic, mirrors the emotional landscape of the series, pushing the viewer to invest in the complex lives of these characters who are intertwined by trauma and fate. As Kurika walks home, she is shadowed by a warehouse truck against a blood-red sky, a striking use of color symbolism that permeates the episode. The crimson hue not only signifies impending danger, but also hints at the violent world that encroaches on her life. The visual storytelling raises questions about Kurika's skill level as an assassin at such a young age, suggesting a depth of experience that belies her appearance. The ambiguity surrounding the truck's occupants heightens the tension, leaving viewers on edge, contemplating the motivations of both Kurika and Mariel. Mariel's entrance into Kurika's world reinforces the narrative's focus on their shared journey to uncover their pasts, layered with the complexity of their identities as assassins. As she approaches Kurika with the question, "Shall we talk? Let's start with who you are." The silence that envelopes them builds palpable tension, allowing the audience to delve deeper into their emotional states. The contrasting expressions, Kurika's sorrowful gaze and Mariel's chilling composure, further illustrate the intricate dynamics at play, inviting viewers to ponder the histories that have shaped these two women. When Kurika retrieves her locket and plays the same haunting melody, her instinctual dart into the warehouse conveys the primal survival instincts of a hunted creature. The warehouse's purple tones serve as a visual metaphor, echoing themes of blood and mortality, blurring the lines between life and death. This striking visual language reinforces the psychological and emotional depth of the narrative, as both characters navigate the treacherous waters of their intertwined fates. In this exploration of noir, the themes of identity, trauma, and the complexities of human emotion are brought to life through a masterful blend of cinematic techniques and profound character development. Each frame serves as a canvas for the narrative's exploration of the human condition, leaving the audience entranced and eager for the revelations yet to unfold. The scene transitions to Kurika perched precariously on a beam, gazing over the city skyline, a visual metaphor reminiscent of a victim teetering on the edge of a plank, poised to plunge into an ocean of sharks. The glowing red backdrop envelopes her as she clutches the locket, which echoes the haunting melody that Mariel had sent her in an earlier email. This moment is accentuated by the revelation that Mariel possesses a matching locket, further intertwining their fates. The striking visual of the red-orange setting sun against a purple sky invokes an expressionist aesthetic, drawing parallels to Edvard Munch's iconic Painting the Scream, where the ghostly figure is silhouetted against unsettling colors. Noir masterfully employs color symbolism, crafting a dark yet beautiful atmosphere that reflects the emotional turmoil of the characters. The tension escalates when Mariel draws her gun, confronting Kurika with the question, "I will ask you one more time. Who are you?" Karika's reply, Noir, I know you would come, I've been waiting for you, is laden with mystery, serving as a reminder that this narrative is as much about Karika as it is about Mariel. This duality fosters an atmosphere of intrigue, sadness, and tension as the story unfolds, weaving the lives of these two complex characters together. As Canta per me resumes its haunting melody, Karika uses her eyes to communicate the imminent danger behind Mariel. The swift movement that follows, a dramatic turn and shot, shows the urgency of their situation. Karika's leap from the beam, arms outstretched like a ninja escaping a dire fate, further exemplifies her agility and instinct for survival. Mariel's frustrated exclamation, "You little," captures her irritation, hinting at a deeper emotional undercurrent. While the series often lacks comic relief, this moment adds a layer of character depth, emphasizing the tension between their roles as adversaries. Notably, Karika's descent from the beam is executed without unnecessary sexualization, a commendable choice that highlights the series' commitment to portraying female characters with dignity. In a medium where such moments often become fodder for comedic or sexualized portrayal, by using it as an opportunity to show a panty shot, Noir stands apart, allowing the action to speak for itself without objectifying its female protagonists. The chase intensifies as both women evade gunmen, further showcasing Karika's heightened senses and advanced skills. Mariel's questions about the assailant's motives deepen the narrative's complexity, hinting at the interconnected fates of the characters. As Mariel discovers the aftermath of Karika's stealthy handiwork for dead bodies, viewers are reminded of Karika's lethal efficiency, underscoring her expertise as a killer. One of the series' most memorable scenes unfolds as Mariel encounters a man with his hands raised, only to be ambushed by his accomplices. The sequence is rife with tension, culminating in a moment where Karika emerges as the unexpected savior. The juxtaposition of the calm before the storm and the chaos that follows heightens the suspense, while Yuki Kajura's Salva nos crescendos, imbuing the moment with a haunting beauty. The lyrics, a plea for divine mercy, a prayer to God to receive the release of death, resonate deeply with the characters' struggles, encapsulating their psychological states as they grapple with their violent realities. In a ballet of violence, Karika's movements are both instinctual and mesmerizing. As she dispatches her attackers with grace, the glowing red backdrop serves as a stark reminder of the bloodshed that surrounds them. Her actions, though brutal, are framed within a context of tragic beauty, revealing her as a tortured soul who embodies the complexities of morality in a world steeped in darkness. Karika's character becomes a beacon of redemption amidst the chaos, her suffering making her relatable and compelling. Salva nos acts as a metaphor for the mental states of both Karika and Mariel, echoing the themes of anguish and longing for release. The haunting melody underscores the emotional weight of the narrative, inviting viewers to reflect on the duality of their existence as both assassins and individuals seeking solace in a tumultuous world. Karika, on the verge of tears, utters, "It feels like killing is something that I can do so easily, so why don't I feel sorrow for what I've done?" As she finishes speaking, her words hang in the air like a heavy fog, and a tear cascades down her right cheek. Mariel is taken aback by this revelation, for Karika has been established as an expert killer, a figure cloaked in lethal prowess, yet beneath the surface lies a complicated psychological landscape. It is clear that Karika is not just a skilled assassin, she is a tortured and fragile soul, grappling with the profound remorse that shadows her every action. This evokes the notion of the kind killer, a paradox of humanity that is both haunting and compelling. In this moment, Karika is set up as a mysterious, charismatic, and ultimately redeemable character. As human beings, we yearn to delve deep into the recesses of our own psyches, striving to understand the triggers that compel us to navigate the delicate dance between good and evil. The first episode of Noir truly hits the mark, introducing us to a tapestry of intriguing characters and laying the groundwork for a narrative rich with complexity. Reflecting on my own psychology surrounding Karika, I am transported back to my high school days. Watching her struggle today, at 37 years old, I feel an overwhelming desire to offer her a comforting embrace. The voice, the emotions, the expressions on her face resonate within me, striking a chord that reverberates through the years, even though I first encountered this episode 2 decades ago in an anime club. The memory lingers vividly, an outer-body experience, where I could hear the rapid rhythm of my heartbeat, a sensation akin to an electric current coursing through my veins. After watching that scene, I remember lacing up my sneakers and setting off on a run that felt like it could stretch into infinity, an exhilarating release of pent-up energy, as if Karika had infused my very spirit with life. I resonated with Karika on a multitude of levels. Having been adopted out of an abusive situation, I was told to simply move on, without knowledge of my biological family. Raised amidst emotional abuse and manipulation, I often found myself battling the demons of bullying, trauma, racism, and mental health discrimination. My mind was a tempest of violent fantasies, a desperate yearning to express the tumult I carried within, a wellspring of inner rage that threatened to consume me. After watching that episode for the first time, it was as if a spark ignited within, propelling me forward on my run for hours without pause, fueled by an infinite stamina that seemed to defy reality. I fell in love with Karika because I felt a profound sense of loneliness, a desire for love and understanding. I longed to connect with someone who, like me, was navigating a world that often felt unloving. I, too, was intelligent yet misdiagnosed with autism, often perceived as naive or foolish. Karika, with her amnesia and underestimation, mirrored my own experience, a superhuman with untapped potential, just waiting to be recognized. In my youth, I even penned fanfiction about Noir, envisioning a non-platonic relationship between Karika and myself, two assassins bound by our shared suffering, facing a greater force that sought to extinguish our lives. Karika embodies the essence of the tortured soul, a character layered with complexity. It is evident that Ryo Tsukamura, the creator of this anime, wrestled with his own demons, battling depression and alcoholism while contemplating the genesis of this series. Kurika serves as a metaphor for his internal struggles, a reflection of self-loathing and the desire for release from the burden of existence. This character resonates deeply because we all endure moments of fracture and pain inflicted by others. Much like Goku from Dragon Ball Z, who represents the father figure we all yearn for, or Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh!, who grapples with a painful past in his relentless pursuit of peace, Kurika embodies the duality of wanting to live while contending with the shadows of despair. In the end, anime provides a canvas where characters grapple with darker themes, where the struggle between life and death, hope and hopelessness, mirrors our own tumultuous journeys. Kurika stands as a testament to the human experience, encapsulating the essence of our shared battles with loneliness, depression, and the eternal quest for understanding amidst the chaos of existence. At the midpoint of the episode, the scene shifts to Kurika's home, where she carefully bandages Mariel's wounded arm and wrist. This moment serves as a subtle yet revealing testament to Kurika's medical training, an unexpected skill that adds depth to her character. As they engage in dialogue, a startling revelation comes to light. Kurika Yumura is not her real name. Mariel, armed with her own investigative prowess, discloses that the Yumura family moved into the house years ago, leaving Kurika in Japan to complete her education while they pursued careers in America. Yet, beneath this facade lies a meticulously constructed web of lies. The documents for school and public records are nothing more than forgeries. The truth emerges: her parents have vanished without a trace. The scene cuts to a photograph of an older woman, possibly the fabricated grandmother of Kurika, an image that casts a shadow over the very fabric of her existence. Then, the screen transitions to a heart-wrenching picture that encapsulates the essence of Kurika's lost innocence. Her father, with his warm brown eyes and dark hair, dons a blue tie and a black-gray business coat. With a playful demeanor, he rests his hand on Kurika's head, radiating an unmistakable affection, a father proud of his daughter. Beside him stands her mother, her brown hair shimmering as if freshly styled, dressed in a soft, saturated light purple. Her lipstick and eyebrows are flawlessly crafted, her hands resting supportively on Kurika's shoulders, conveying a profound sense of love and approval. In this moment, Kurika beams at the camera, her mouth open in laughter, capturing a fleeting glimpse of joy that starkly contrasts with the sorrow that envelopes her present. This is a happiness that she'll never feel again for the entire series. This snapshot symbolizes a time when happiness reigned, a bittersweet reminder of what once was, a happiness now eclipsed by the manipulative forces that dictate her life. The Soldat faction, lurking in the shadows, seeks to ensnare her in a deadly game of assassination and trials, a cruel orchestration designed to test whether she and Mariel are the prophesized agents of the Soldat occult. Mariel, standing firm with her gun drawn, raises the stakes, asking once more. 3 questions. Who are you? Where did you come from? Why are you here? The weight of her inquiries hangs heavily in the air, a stark reminder that Kurika's life is precariously balanced on the edge of a knife. In response, Kurika grapples with the dissonance of her expertly honed killing skills and her inability to recall anything else about her life. The voice acting of Monica Rial, who brings Kurika to life, masterfully encapsulates the sorrow and tortured essence of her character, marking this performance as a defining moment in her career. The episode transitions to a poignant flashback of Kurika awakening with amnesia, clutching onto the singular truth: I am Noir. The room, drenched in a cyan tint, evokes a sense of disquiet as she stares at her reflection in disbelief. A closet bathed in fuchsia lighting beckons her, hinting at the mysteries yet to be uncovered. Throughout the series, it becomes clear that Yumura Kurika is but an alias, a mask worn by a woman shrouded in enigma. Another flashback reveals Kurika's frantic escape through a dark blue forest, pursued by gunmen, the shadows of the trees merging with her own turmoil. The color palette, laden with dark greens and blues, heightens the emotional resonance, reinforcing the sense of sorrow that permeates her journey. As the flashback fades, Kurika confides in Mariel, admitting to the terrible deeds she has committed while acknowledging Mariel's trustworthiness as an assassin. The show excels in revealing character names and backstories with an artful grace, imbuing each revelation with charisma and depth. The narrative unfolds to reveal the unspoken laws of this world. Mariel is contracted to kill Kurika, and she prefers to work alone. Yet, Kurika, in a desperate plea, proposes that they join forces, vowing that once their task is complete, she would accept her death, a release from the burdens she bears. This repetition of themes establishes a melancholic tone that resonates deeply throughout the anime, despite the exciting elements woven into the episode. Critics have noted a tendency for this narrative to feel repetitive, suggesting a yearning for levity amidst the weight of despair. Yet, this stylistic choice serves a purpose. It solidifies the rules of their relationship, laying bare the inevitability of their fates, while evoking sympathy for Kurika and anger towards the manipulative forces at play. In this intricate dance of morality and consequence, Mariel and Kurika emerge as complex figures, almost antiheroes caught in a web of intrigue and manipulation. Their struggle against the Soldat faction, which orchestrates their pain, adds layers of depth to their characters. The audience is left to grapple with their duality. Are they mere pawns in a cruel game, or do they possess the agency to redefine their destinies? As the episode unfolds, the interplay between Mariel and Kurika becomes a focal point of tension and camaraderie. Each exchange is laced with unspoken truths, revealing their vulnerabilities while simultaneously showcasing their resilience. The narrative deftly navigates their internal and external conflicts, highlighting the dichotomy of their roles as assassins and their shared desire for liberation from the shackles of their pasts. The series skillfully builds upon the theme of identity, with Kurika's search for self amidst the chaos serving as a poignant reflection of the human condition. Her struggle to reconcile her past with her present, to understand who she truly is beyond the alias of Noir, resonates deeply, evoking empathy from the audience. This exploration of identity is complemented by the visual storytelling, with the color palettes and lighting choices enhancing the emotional weight of each scene, creating a visceral experience for viewers. Moreover, the show raises profound questions about morality and the nature of existence. As Karika and Mariel navigate their tumultuous paths, the audience is invited to ponder the implications of their choices. Are they products of their circumstances, or do they possess the power to forge their own destinies? The moral ambiguity inherent in their actions challenges viewers to reflect on the complexities of right and wrong in a world where survival often demands sacrifice. This episode encapsulates the essence of the series, weaving together themes of manipulation, identity, and the search for autonomy. The emotional depth of the characters, coupled with the intricately crafted narrative, captivates the audience, leaving them yearning for resolution while simultaneously grappling with the weight of the dilemmas presented. As Karika and Mariel stand at the precipice of their fates, the story beckons us to follow their journey, a journey that promises to be fraught with peril, yet rich with the potential for redemption and understanding in a world shrouded in darkness. As the night deepens, Karika finds herself back in the familiar confines of her high school classroom, room 224, a space that once echoed with laughter and youthful dreams. Sitting at her desk, she bids farewell to a life that, while forged from the fires of her own making, feels increasingly distant. This moment unfolds under the shroud of night, a poignant metaphor for her departure from the innocence of adolescence, a heart-wrenching goodbye to the friend she waves to, oblivious to the profound sorrow that shadows her heart. The aesthetic of this farewell, a stark contrast to the vibrancy of youth, underscores her isolation, a loneliness that resonates deeply within her soul. In this bittersweet scene, Karika's farewell is not merely a transition, it is a recognition of the isolation that has defined her existence. The friends she leaves behind will never know the depths of her pain, nor will they bear witness to the burden she shoulders. Like leaves caught in the wind, they will drift away, unaware of the tempest that rages within her. I am reminded of my own experiences in high school, where the struggle to be understood often felt insurmountable. Karika's silent goodbye echoes the sentiments of many who have walked that lonely path, where the fear of revealing one's true self casts a long shadow over one's spirit. Mariel's words resonate with a haunting truth. Even when I was in a crowd, I was always alone. This revelation adds another layer to her character, illuminating the complexities of her existence. She references Ernest Hemingway, a literary titan whose life was marred by darkness and despair. In invoking Hemingway, the narrative weaves together the threads of depression and existential struggle that permeate the souls of both women. This connection to the literary world serves not only to deepen Mariel's character, but also to underscore the overarching themes of noir that permeate their lives, the weight of loneliness, the specter of despair, and the ever-looming threat of violence. As they journey to the airport under the cloak of night, there is an undeniable sadness that lingers in the air, a poignant farewell to a past that was never wholly theirs. Upon arriving in France, Karika sleeps peacefully, cradled in the embrace of a new beginning, while Mariel gazes at her with a tenderness that belies their shared darkness. As Mariel types starting in business, Noir on her laptop, the haunting melody of a sorrowful piano underscores the weight of their choices, echoing the complexities of their intertwined fates. In a moment of stark honesty, the dialogue between them reveals the tension that hangs heavy in the air. You know what I do for a living, and you know that I can't let you live. Karika's acceptance of this truth marks a pivotal moment in their relationship, a fragile bond forged in the crucible of trauma and uncertainty. The weight of their shared destinies is palpable as they navigate the treacherous waters of their existence, straddling the line between survival and morality. Ultimately, this first episode serves as a profound exploration of the human condition, a heartbreaking narrative that elicits empathy for two souls adrift in a world that seeks to define them. The audience is drawn into their struggles, rooting for these seemingly despicable characters, much like the allure of Hannibal Lecter, a charisma that masks their darker inclinations. The series deftly intertwines genres, thriller, mystery, psychological drama, and neo-noir, creating a rich tapestry that captivates the viewer. I will also call this anime a global noir, meaning in genre of noir where it takes place in multiple countries and around the world. It masterfully introduces the complexities of its characters while maintaining an air of intrigue, a testament to the skillful writing and direction that elevates this anime to a level of artistry often overlooked. Yuki Kojura's evocative score echoes the haunting landscapes of Sergio Leone's spaghetti westerns, imbuing each scene with a sense of beauty and danger. The rules of their relationship are established with clarity and nuance, laying the groundwork for their future endeavors. In Karika, we see a sympathetic villain, a character grappling with her identity, the weight of her actions, and the trauma that has shaped her existence. Her struggles with morality, manipulation, and the longing for connection resonate deeply, painting a portrait of a young woman caught in a world that demands her to survive at any cost. As this anime fades into the annals of time, nearly 25 years after its creation, it remains a hidden gem, a testament to the power of storytelling that resonates with the complexities of the human experience. In exploring themes of loneliness, family ties, and the relentless pursuit of identity, it challenges us to confront the moral dilemmas that shape our lives. It reminds us that, at times, we possess control over our destinies, while at others, we are not.